Yo guys, how's it going? We're back for another episode of FIFA 19 Career Mode with Bolton Wanderers. Starting off today's episode with a game in the Championship against QPR, a team at the beginning of the season I really struggled to play against. As you see at the minute, we are sitting in third, only a point behind second, and we are starting to catch Swansea up that little bit at a time. We are 38 games in at the minute, so I believe that makes us 8 games left from finishing the season now. So it is coming towards closer to the end of the season. Only a couple of episodes left of this season, and it's drawing to a close. It's going to be a tight finish at the top of the table. Hopefully we can come out on top, at least in second, get automatic promotion. I didn't expect to come anywhere near here at the start of the season, let alone actually be finishing up here. Having a chance at finishing automatic promotion will be unbelievable. But we do get into this game starting with our attack in the opening few minutes. As you see, Van Buren gets into the box. The ball tries to get clear, and what a finish from Van Buren. Let's just put it that way. Absolutely shambolic play from the QPR centre-back there. As you see him try and get the ball clear, completely miss kick it, and not even get near the ball, let's be honest. He absolutely fucked it. As you see here, it bounces up in the air, and I don't know what he tried to do there, but what a finish to take place of that from Van Buren, bouncing off the ball into the back of the net. Beautifully placed finish. No chance the keeper will get into that one. And it does mean that we do go 1-0 up. It took a while for the first chance to come, let alone goal. 35 minutes in, and he bags himself his 11th goal of the season now, which is brilliant for us to see him improving. But in the 68th minute, they try and come forward. We rob the ball off of them. And Sammy Amiobi gets onto it here. He plays the ball into Josh Vela, who takes the shot, but this time the keeper gets his hand to it and turns it wide for a corner. It was a decent piece of play, though. It was looking promising. We were looking decent coming forward. Not Josh Vela maybe should have done a little bit better, but at the end of the day, still a decent save there from the keeper. And hopefully we can push on from this and keep improving, as we did try to do here in the 84th minute with a beautiful ball over the top there from Williams into Wiltshire, who just keeps it on. He cuts inside, gives it out to Tuma, who plays it back inside to Joe Williams, gives it to Connor Hall, who had just come on the pitch, and unluckily it goes just wide of the post there. His first game actually coming off the bench, at all this season for Connor Hall in the Championship, and he nearly bagged himself a goal as well. He could be looking like a promising star if he plays like he was creating chances in the last few minutes of this game. It will be looking promising, but they do get a chance in the last few minutes. As you see there, Woodman comes out on top, makes the save, but does turn it behind for a corner. A decent piece of blocking from the defence there, and a little deflection. It could have ended horribly, but it didn't do so. They do whip the cross in. As you see there, we block it on the line. But that man, the man that absolutely destroyed us in the last game, comes back to ruin us again. Silla is absolutely my kryptonite in this game. He is so horrible. It seems like both the games we've played against these, he's fucked me over in one way or another. And he's done it again by absolutely pelting it in with a few yards, and no way that anyone can get back to defend against that. Literally, the defender and the goalkeeper were having a little kiss in the corner of the goal. And, oh, mate, he's literally just my worst player to play against in this game. He fucked us over in the first game. He's fucked us over now, and I am not happy about it at all. But at the end of the day, it does finish one apiece. And at the end of the day, probably about right, let's be honest. Neither team really did enough to deserve the win, or neither team deserved to lose realistically. We had quite a few more chances, I'd say, but we just weren't playing well enough. Whereas QPR, they didn't have as many chances, but when they did come forward, they were looking promising. So at the end of the day, I think a draw is about right for this, but it isn't the time of season where we want to be dropping points like we just have. But straight into this training session after that game to try and get a little bit of improvement as we do it, try and improve a couple of our youth scouted players in Ward and Martin. as we try and go into the second game of today's episode against Ipswich. It was another team that we did struggle against at the beginning of the season, I believe. It's either that or we absolutely flashed them. I can't quite remember now. I think, if I'm right in saying that we struggled to play against them. I don't hold me to that because I've probably completely got it the wrong way round. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're going into this one trying to get on a little bit more form again. Like I say, dropping the 2 points in the last game, we weren't really looking forward. What we should be doing at this point of the season is dropping as little points as possible at all. Like, even if it's not, we really don't want to be conceding any sort of dropping any points at all. But we did it in the last game, and we now need to rebound to try and get ourselves back in contention for that automatic promotion place. As you see here, we do come forward on the first attack of the game. In the 11th minute, as you see, Van Buren picks up the ball in the middle here. He tries to do a little bit of jinking and jiving around the defenders. He can't quite do so, so he lays the ball off. But it does end up coming back to him. Williams gets it. He takes the shot, but the defender gets in the way and keeps it, goes out for a corner. As you see here, he gets into a decent bit of positioning, but the defender recovers very well there, and he deflects it out for a corner. Good piece of play there from Williams. He's been one of our star players this season. But we do get a corner, as you see there. Van Buren takes the header, but unluckily it does go just wide of the post from that corner. It was a decent effort from Van Buren, but couldn't quite turn it in. I was so pissed off when this game had happened, because Sami Amiobe could have easily just headed the ball there. He wasn't offside or anything. He could have so easily got the ball. But as you see here, we got a lucky chance from a failed throw-in from them. We take the first shot, it gets blocked, and the second shot from Wilshut there gets put wide of the post. It wasn't the best of second shots. He probably should have done a hell of a lot better, realistically. He should have scored with the amount of room he had as soon as he started that attack. He really should have done better. But Ipswich do come forward on their attack as they get the ball, keep switching the play as it opens up our defence absolutely horribly. As Edwards gets into the box, takes the shot, but luckily for us, the defence gets in the way and turns it round for a corner. Like I say, that little couple of switch passes absolutely opened up our defence horribly, and it let them with an easy chance realistically. But they do get a corner, they whip it in, they take the header, but luckily the header it wasn't the most threatening of headers, let's be honest. It does go quite far of the post. As you see, it doesn't quite connect to it properly, and it just loops well over the bar and wide of the post. But it does mean that we are at 0-0 at this point, and we really wasn't looking like we were getting many chances. But as you see here in the 23rd minute, Stephen Ireland picks up the ball. He finds Van Buren, who was left alone. He gets into the box, takes the shot, and finds the back of the net to make it 1-0. In the 24th minute, we were getting so many chances. Both teams were getting so many chances, but we really didn't look like putting them away until this point where we actually got the goal. We really didn't look like we were going to be clinical at all, but as you see there, it opens the defence up. Stephen Ireland plays him through, and it was a decent finish there from Van Buren, who finds the back of the net to make it 1-0. And I couldn't have been happier when this goal went in. Like I say, after missing so many good chances in the opening few minutes, we really needed that to boost our confidence. And it did exactly that, as we do get that goal. And we just needed to push on from this point onwards, as the number 25 gets the goal in the 25th minute. But we do come forward again on another attack to try and double our lead, as Wilshut gets the ball into Van Buren, who takes the shot. It was a very good shot there, realistically, from Van Buren on the turn. As he takes the shot, it goes just wide of the post. It was a decent effort. I couldn't fault him for the effort, but at the end of the day, it does go wide of the post, and hopefully we could have improved a little bit more, as we do get very lucky here with a switch pass, as Wilshut again finds himself in a lot of space, gives it into Van Buren, and again, with such an easy finish, he puts the ball wide of the post. And like I said earlier on, it didn't look like we were going to be clinical. It was just working out that way. It was going absolutely horribly. Apart from the goal that we scored, it wasn't going well for us at all. But going into the second half, we've got another easy chance. Again, Wilshere breaking free of the defence. But this time, he does find the back of the net. And he makes up for his lost chances in the first half by doubling our lead to make it 2-0. As you see there, that pass was played through absolutely beautifully. And another beautiful finish as well, to be fair, from Wilshere. It wasn't absolutely out of this world, smashing it from fucking 25 yards or anything like that. But it was just a nicely placed finish, tucked into the bottom corner. And the keeper probably should have done a bit better. But at the end of the day, I ain't complaining. And it does mean that we do go 2-0 up now. But we get the ball clear here, as you see, after moving on from that. Tyrese Campbell had come on the pitch. He makes that pace count as he slides the ball through to Luke Murphy, who tries to take on his man, not quite got enough pace, slides it through to McKenna, who puts the ball just wide of the post. And he really should have done better there. There was so many chances in this game where we really should have, at this point, we should have been 5, maybe 6 goals up in front because of how many wasted opportunities. But they do get a corner, as it wasn't very interesting of the build-up. They get a corner, they whip the ball in, they try and get the ball back inside. They do so. It was a bit of a absolutely calamitous piece of defending. And it was, to be fair, it was terrible defending, but it was a very nice finish there from the Ipswich man, as he finds himself in that little bit of space and a beautiful finesse finish into the back of the net to find himself in a bit of open space. I believe it's Nolan that got the goal. It was a beautiful finish. I'm going to give him that. It was a very nice finish into the top bag, and he finds it to make it 2-1 with his 9th goal of the season in the 87th minute. But it did turn out to be too little too late for Ipswich, as we do go ahead and win this one 2-1. We did probably get a bit lucky towards the end, as when they scored that goal, I was really dreading, is absolutely like completely capitulating, because how many chances we had throughout this game. As you see, they were just like a handful of the best chances that we had. We had so many to put away. The thing is, the 2 goals we scored were probably the harder ones to finish out of all of the goals that we did score, which is even more annoying, because I'd rather that we scored the easier goals and not scored the harder ones, because it was just stupid. But that is all for today's episode, guys. We'll just take a quick look through at the championship table before we leave. But that is all for today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.